Hi, I'm Tinky. I'm a miniature installation artist, so I use miniature figurines and vintage objects and pair them together and make a little funny pun that goes with it, and then create sort of a 3D sculpture / diorama. I got into it probably about 7 years ago. In a really unusual way, I woke up one morning wanting to make something on the street. I'd never done anything like that before. I live on the Mornington Peninsula, and my husband, who was just fabulously supporting me on this funny little whim, we then drove up to Collingwood because I said I wanted to put a scene together in a laneway. I stepped away from it and it just to me looked kind of cute and funny and silly, and we wandered off, and that was the end of that. And then I found it. Somebody had posted a photo of it on Instagram a few days later and was asking, did anyone know who did this? And so I just sort of kept doing it because people seem to like it and get some amusement from it. So I thought, oh, that's fun. So this is a little piece I put together about a year ago. It's the perfect hole in the wall for me. It's like such a great size. We have a little lady over here, Mavis, who suddenly regretted trying to make an apple turnover. And of course we've got her husband over here who's like, oh, you know, about to get squashed by the apple. So the concept of transformative repair for me means looking at objects that once had a purpose, that perhaps no longer have a purpose, but we can repurpose it into something completely different. So in 2022, I worked with Carey Grammar on their Transformative Repair pilot program. I was so impressed with what the students came up with. They were really, really super focused on their object, their artwork, their plan, the execution of it, and then I really loved that they were so proud of their works, which they should have been because their works were amazing. When I do this work as an art practice, I absolutely know it does wonders for my own mental health. It's something I can really focus on and get lost in, and also amuse myself with. Not in the same way that a hobby might, it's much more personal than that. And I think also in seeing that it does the same for other people who view it, that actually means a lot to me. So it's a double whammy. It's funny to think that I have been a transformative repair artist all this time. I just hadn't considered that. It hasn't necessarily changed the way I view things, because I think naturally I have always felt that way about objects that are broken or you know, not being used anymore. It's just made me think through a different lens about why I'm doing it, rather than it being just for comical purpose. I think there's something a little bit deeper to it, which has been lovely to discover.